75,000 kilometers away from West Africa, where the Ebola virus rages on in 3 countries, where infection rates are doubling every 3 weeks and 200 people are dying each day, where health systems are collapsing and economies are buckling under the strain, world leaders came together at the United Nations in New York to do 2 main things: stand in solidarity with the worst-hit countries Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone, and fortify a global response that remains severely lacking.
Dozens of countries and organizations, too many to mention by name, are making life-saving contributions. But even these are falling significantly short of the 20-fold surge that is required.
The World Health Organization said earlier this week that the number of infections could reach 20,000 by November, and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said that at the current rate, there may be as many as 1.4 million infections by January. The UN Secretary General has mobilized the entire UN system, including the World Health Organization and the World Bank, and it's deploying its UN Ebola mission, or UNMIR, to the worst-hit countries.
The UN Mission on Ebola Emergency Response, UNMIR in short, referred to by Mr. Secretary General, is in full emergency mode. I ask all of you to put yourselves in that same frame of mind. Every day, every minute counts. We need to talk, of course, but we also need to act with speed and efficiency.
Nations and organizations spoke up and stepped up. Speaking to his counterparts, U.S. President Barack Obama said stopping Ebola is a priority for the U.S., but more is needed from other nations to provide air transport, medical evacuation, healthcare workers, equipment, and treatment.
If we move fast, even if imperfectly, then that could mean the difference between 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 deaths versus hundreds of thousands or even 1 million deaths.
China, which has contributed funding and specialists to the emergency response, expressed its continued commitment to fight the outbreak.
As we speak, the fight against the epidemic remains fierce, far beyond the capability of any individual countries suffering from the disease. Time is life. The international community must act together and do more to get through this difficult time.
The World Bank pledged another $170 million to help boost the healthcare systems in Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone, and that brings the total contribution from the World Bank to $400 million so far. Canada is adding another $27 million, while China has committed $33 million to the United Nations and another $2 million to the World Health Organization and the African Union. It also has more than 200 medical personnel on the ground in the region. Li Ling Tan, CCTV, New York.